Hello, welcome. My name is Deanne, and I am a writer, a writing coach, and a speaker. And I'm so excited to be here with you today to talk about the burning desire to write. Many of you watching this video have that burning desire to write, and this is an exciting time for you because right now on the Facebook with CreateSpace, there are so many opportunities for you to get your words out there. Before I jump into how to harness your burning desire to write, I want to talk about and celebrate the fact that you have that desire. Not everyone does. Not everyone wants to write and wants to create stories and wants to speak. And so the fact that you have that burning desire, that is a gift. And it's so easy when we have that gift to push it aside and to compare and think, well, these people write better, they've been doing it longer, why should I even try? And that is the wrong mentality. The fact that you have that burning desire is a gift, and I believe it's also a responsibility. The first thing that's going to help you shift and start harnessing that burning desire is to know that you can do it, that there's so much information out there. So anything that you are looking at and thinking, I'm not sure how to do this, I'm not sure what to do here, there are thousands of blog posts, thousands of videos that you can take advantage of. So the great news is that there's nothing that cannot be learned. The second way to harness your burning desire to write is simply to get started. When I coach clients, they often get stuck thinking that their writing needs to be perfect, that the first time that they send me their writing, they are so nervous because they think that I'm going to obliterate them and give them all this negative feedback. But that's not what we do when we're just beginning. Even professional writers know that their first draft, as Anne Lamott says, is shitty. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be together. And so the more that you take the idea of perfection out of your mind and just get started and write, the more you'll improve. This week I saw in a friend's Facebook blog that this story, and there's two groups of students and they're in a pottery class. The first group is told you are going to be graded on a single piece that you create. And so those students quickly get to work. They're trying to make their creation perfect, and they're easily frustrated. They're stressed. They are slow to start. They're trying to figure out everything before they even start because their whole grade is hanging on this one piece. The second group of students is told, you will be graded on the quantity of work that you produce. And so these students, they don't care how good they are. They're not obsessing about how to start or the right way to do it. They're jumping in. They're getting their hands dirty. They're producing piece after piece because they have this quantity in mind that they are going to get to. And the ironic thing is that the students who have the quantity in mind, they are the ones that have the best pottery pieces. I love that story. Because as writers, if we think, oh, I have to write the perfect book, I have to do the perfect Facebook Live video, we have the hardest time starting because there's always more information that we need, there's always more preparation that could be done, and we never start. Versus if we approach writing as I am going to become unstoppable, I'm going to just write every day. I'm going to write book after book. I'm going to do blog post after blog post. When you have 100 pieces of work that you've created, if one of them is criticized, it's not that big a deal because you still have 99 other pieces that are working. Versus if you are slow and perfectionistic and you just have this one blog post, if that gets criticized, it's going to hurt a lot because that's all you have. And it feels like your value is tied to that piece. But in reality, even as artists, even as writers, our value is not intrinsically tied to our work. We want to create great work. We want to create stories that will be remembered, but the only way to do that is to write and write and write and keep producing. The third way for you to harness your burning desire to be a writer is to connect. The idea that writers have to sit alone in their room and just do their own work and have all their own original ideas, that's a thing of the past. With social media, with meetup groups, you don't have to write alone. And I'd really encourage you to find friends who enjoy writing, to find connections on Facebook, and to really ask questions, learn together, give each other feedback. My rule for feedback is, especially with your early drafts, you want to be gentle. It's as if you just birthed a baby, and you're not going to take that baby and say, oh my goodness, we have to make sure, this, and they have to be this tall and this. They're just a little baby. You're just going to nurture it and see what's there and encourage that baby, snuggle that baby. And the same thing with your work. When you're first producing it, don't give it to someone who's going to destroy it, who's going to tell you everything that's wrong with it. That's not helpful. What you want to do is you want to give it to someone who can see the value of what it is, who can see what you're trying to do, and who can encourage you, show you what's working, and then give you guidelines for things to learn or things to work on. We never want to destroy each other's work. I'm so excited about this time in history because there is a need for writers and there is a need for speakers. And so if you have a nagging thought of why should I try this or why should I go for it, I want you to put that aside, because in the end, even though it's your words and your stories, it's really not about you. You have people that need to hear what you have to say. There are people who need to hear the way that you express an idea to connect with it fully. And even though you may be expressing an idea that's similar or like someone else's, your way of expressing it is going to be unique. And so the world truly needs you. I hope you have a great day. I'll be back on here soon. And have a great day.